Christmas was not celebrated in the Christian world until more than 300 years after the time of Christ. Why? Why didn't they celebrate it? Because fundamentally it was known that the celebration of birthdays was a pagan custom. That's what we have to understand fundamentally. Why early Christianity did not celebrate birthdays, because of course this has its own implication on us celebrating our children's birthdays. So okay, we understand Christmas, but what about the kid's birthday? All his friends at school are celebrating their birthdays, he feels left out. The teacher, when he goes to school, they get the dates of birth of all the children and they identify whose birthday it is and they celebrate, and everybody. But when it comes to my son or my daughter, theirs are not celebrated. They feel left out. Well, we have to say first and foremost, brother, you shouldn't have put your child in that school. So don't compound your error by now celebrating your child's birthday so that he will be happy. You have put him in that situation. Take him out. If you want to correct it, you take him out. Don't celebrate the birthday. You made a mistake. It's not too late. Recognize it for what it is and correct it. So early Christians didn't celebrate the birthday of anybody because the celebration of birthdays was known to be a pagan practice. If you look at the Old Testament and the New Testament, the only place that you find celebration of birthdays was the celebration of the birthdays of the pharaohs, the pagan rulers, Herod of Palestine. This is only associated with the pagans. It was known. It was based on the belief that the day on which one is born, one is weakest. This is the day when one is weakest and most easily affected by evil spirits. So they used to burn candles to drive away the evil spirits. Light in the darkness. The evil coming in the darkness, the light drives away the darkness. So that's why you see all of the celebrations has this principle of candles. Well, now it's Christmas tree lights. Those Christmas tree lights were originally candles which were placed on the Christmas tree. They became lights, modern technology. And sometimes the lights are even in the form of a little flame. Some of them will flicker like a flame and all these other kinds of things. Because that was the origin of the belief. So early Christians didn't celebrate it. 300 years after the time of Christ, a monk, it said, a Scythian monk, suggested that the date of birth of Jesus was the 25th of December. How did he come to the 25th of December? No evidence. In fact, historians looking at the historical record according to the Gospels concluded that it couldn't have been in winter. December was winter because of other issues that they talked about in the Gospels concerning the time and what was happening at that time. It wasn't winter time. At any rate, 25th of December was chosen. Chosen when Christianity now became strongest where? In Rome. It had left the Middle East. It had left Jerusalem. The teachings of Jesus were overwhelmed. In Jerusalem, Paul in southern Turkey had become the leader of Christianity. He is the one who called the followers of Jesus Christians. He's the first one to use that name. It was never used before that. Jesus never used the term. It was a Paulian term, Christianity, Christians. And from there, it was taken to Rome, through Greece and on to Rome. And as it traveled through Greece and into Rome, it absorbed a variety of practices which were pagan. In order to win over the hearts of the pagan Greeks and the pagan Romans, they adopted a variety of teachings. In Greece, they adopted the idea of the Son of God. The Son of God, the Logos. And in Rome, it was developed to the point where the day of worship shifted from the Sabbath, from Saturday to Sunday. Why? Because the most popular god of the Romans at that time was Apollo. Apollo, according to Roman mythology, was the sun god, S-U-N, God, who would drive his or ride his chariot across the sky carrying the sun behind him. Furthermore, he was also the son of Zeus, the son of the main god. So he was also the Son of God, S-O-N, as well as being the Sun God, S-U-N. And that's why the day for his popular worship was called Sunday. So when you say to somebody, I'll meet you on Sunday, you're saying, I'll meet you on the day that the God, the Sun God, is worshipped.